So there's this apprentice and his master, and they're going through this journey, and he's learning, and they get to this beat up, super beat up old house, and they say, let's knock on the door. And so they go and they knock on the door, and somebody comes and they open the door, and they're dressed in like rags, and he says, hey, we're on a journey, we're traveling, do you have any food, anything that you can spare us? And the person says, you know, we don't have a lot, but we can give you a little bit of what we have. So they're waiting, they come back, and they bring them a little bit of bread, a little bit of cheese, and a little bit of milk. And they give it, and they say, we don't have a lot, but this is what we can give because we have a little cow. And that little cow gives us enough milk to be able to sell milk and make cheese and sell that so that we can buy bread. And at least, you know, we have enough. Thank God we have this little cow. And so later that night when they're in camp, the apprentice asks the master, he says, hey, why did you ask them for food, and why did you take their food? I felt so bad because like we have food and they don't have that. So why would you ask them for that? And he says, do me a favor, go and find their cow and bring it to me. So the apprentice goes and he gets this cow, and he's thinking that, man, you know, this master is going to like pray or bless this cow, or, you know, and he says, bring it to me. And he's standing by this cliff. So he says, bring it to me. And when he gets close enough, he pushes the cow over the cliff. The apprentice freaks out. What are you doing? Why would you kill that animal? What is going on? Oh my God, freaks out, right? Night, they don't talk, boom, they go on their journey. Years later, this apprentice is now a master, and he goes back to that family to just see like, how are they? What happened? Maybe I can bless them. Maybe I can pay them back. And so when he gets to where that house was, obviously it was demolished, and there was this beautiful home built on there. So he said, oh man, they lost everything. Somebody else came and took over their property. So he goes and knocks on the door. He's like, let me go find them where they are. Knocks on the door. This butler comes and he says, how can I help you, sir? And he says, I'm looking for a family years ago that used to live here. He says, sir, that's impossible. This family's had the property for X number of years. This is their land. He says, can you get the owner? He says, yeah, no problem. So the owner comes, and he recognizes him as that man that was dressed in rags. And he says, hey, I came through here a long time ago with my master and my mentor, and you guys like didn't have a lot. Can I ask what happened? And the owner of the home says, the craziest thing happened. When you guys left, our little cow disappeared. And we didn't have anything to go sell to get, you know, bread, and we didn't have milk and cheese. And he says, because we didn't have a little bit, we had to figure out, what can we do to change? What can we do to have more? What can we do to get more? And so we started planning, we started doing this, and we started doing that, and we started doing all these things, and then all of a sudden we produced this much wealth to where now each one of my kids has a home like this. And he says, wow, okay, well, thank you so much, man. God bless you. Great to hear the story. I'm so happy you guys are good. Well, what's the moral of the story? Because they had a little cow, they didn't have a big life. So the question is, what's your little cow in your life? Is it your job? Is it your apartment? Is it a little bit of savings? What is the little that you have that you're like, well, at least I have a little? What is the little that you have that's keeping you in your comfort zone? Is it the people you're around? Well, at least I have a couple friends that make me feel comfortable. Are those people helping you grow? Are those people helping you become who you're supposed to become? Are those people willing to, are they chasing something themselves so that they can give you the right advice? Are those people dreaming? Are those people recreating themselves? So is it your comfort zone? Is it the people you're around? Is it your job? Man, but at least I have this job. Here's a question. Would the person that owns the company do your job? I'm going to say it again. Would the person that owns the company do your job? The other day I asked this lady, she works at a bank, major bank, and I said, do you think the owner of that bank would ever work where you work and do your job? She says, of course not. He would never do that because he couldn't be successful. I said, why are you doing that job? Why are you in that position? So what is your little cow that's stopping you from having a mansion in your life? Make a list. What are the things in my life right now that I can say, well, at least I have this? Because those at least are costing you a lot. I hope this video helped you start thinking about how you can get rid of your little cows. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next video.